It's your day in tech history, and it's brought to you by our friends over at DJI. Get yourself your own drone by going over to geekazine.com/DJI. Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history. March 31st, 1931, Harvard and IBM signed an agreement for the construction of the Mark I, also known as the IBM Automatic Sequence Controlled Calculator, or ASCC. The computer would weigh nearly 5 tons and contain more than 750,000 separate components. 1989, Howard Lincoln sends Atari Games a cease and desist order to stop manufacturing any version of Tetris for the Nintendo Entertainment System. On April 7th, Tengen, a subsidiary of Atari, will contend that their company owns all legal rights to produce the home versions of Tetris. 1993, a bug in a piece of software called ARM, A-R-M-M, written by Dr. Richard Depew in an attempt to introduce the controversial concept of retro-moderation to Usenet postings, sends 200 copies of a message to the newsgroup news.admin.policy one after the other. The term spamming was coined by Joel Furr, a user of the newsgroup, to describe the incident. 1995, Microsoft released Microsoft Bob for Windows for $99. 1996, version 1.20 of the EasyCom bulletin board system was released for MS-DOS. 1998, Netscape released the source code of its browser under an open source license. The project was named Mozilla, and the project would later be spun off into the nonprofit organization named Mozilla Foundation in 2003. And in 1999, Warner Brothers released the science fiction film The Matrix, which was directed by the Wachowski brothers and starring Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie-Anne Moss, Hugo Weaving, Joe Pantoliano, and Gloria Foster to 2,849 theaters. It was produced on a budget of $63 million and would gross $27 million in the opening weekend. And now this word from our friends over at DJI Technologies. You know you want a drone. You're a techie kind of person. You like to have fun outdoors, and it is getting warmer now. It's kind of like when you were a kid and you got that first RC car, except this one flies. Connect the camera and record around your house. You can go to your park and put together some great videos of your kids playing ball, flying kites, and more. You can even get the ball or the kite's perspective. If you go over to geekazine.com/DJI, geekazine.com/DJI, you can get free shipping on that DJI Phantom 2. It's the one that I have and use all around Madison here. Then go out to the park and have yourself some fun. Geeky fun with DJI Technologies and the Phantom 2 drone. Now let's get back into your day in tech history. 2001, Sega discontinues the production of the Dreamcast video game system with approximately 10.6 million units sold. 2002, version 1.0 of the Gen 2 Linux operating system was released. 2003, Intel released the 2300 MHz Celeron 2.3 and 2.4 processors, featuring 128 kilobits of level 2 cache and 400 MHz frontside bus. Also in 2003, version 9 of the Red Hat Linux operating system was released. 2006, Toshiba releases the first HD DVD player in Japan, igniting the format war between the world's largest electronics manufacturers. We talked about it earlier on February 19th, 2008. Toshiba would announce it would discontinue the format. 2007, in Sydney, Australia, 2.2 million people participate in the first Earth Hour from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. The Earth Hour was intended to be a global event during which people would be asked to shut off any non-essential electricity-consuming device. And also in 2007, version 1.0 of the Borg Chat LAN messaging software was released. 2008, Dell closes its Austin, Texas plant and lays off 8,800 employees. IBM was suspended from U.S. government contracts due to its issues brought forward by the EPA. The suspension was lifted on April 4th. And developer Dan Kaminsky announced that he had found a flaw in the addressing of the domain name system, or DNS. DNS was found to have on home to commercial routers around the world. He would meet with 16 other developers at Microsoft headquarters to put a massive patch together for the fix. No other details were released, and in order to conceal this issue as best as possible from hackers. It was later discovered that the problem had to do with the addressing of names. The patch was then released on July 8th of 2008. 2009, the tethering application in the Google Android store was banned because of T-Mobile's terms of service contracts. And in 2011, GoDaddy.com founder Bob Parsons was chastised for an online video showing him killing an elephant. And that's your Day in Tech History. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015, JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.